Hey guys, how you doing? Challenge here. I'm going to be reviewing a map today on Halo Reach. I don't usually do this, but I thought this would be an exception because it is a great map. It's a great big team battle map. The name of the map is BTB, Big Team Battle, Two Castles. And the map's author is Dryer Parasite 1. Now the easy way to think of this map is a mixture of coagulation and containment from Halo 2. Now coagulation is an obvious one because it's using the Forge World's ground for that, but containment, that comes in because of the structure of this map in terms of the bases either side. Now the map has been designed to be a general all-out battle map, and by that I mean there's a big open space in the middle. You're given weapons to go forth and kill anybody you see, but there's more to it than that. In that I can see this map really being a great map for a game type like Capture the Flag, which is always fun in big team battle. Now the reason for this is you've got a big open area in the middle, like I said. Now on a map like Coagulation, or the remake of it in Halo Reach, you can drive through this open space, more than likely in a Warthog, and more often than not get shot if the other team isn't that great, and you can drive in, steal the flag, get back in the Warthog, get back to your base, simple as. But on this, you get to their base and you're confronted with a massive structure. This isn't just a stupid one-way, the two doors, entrance, exit base. This is a proper base this guy's built. It looks complex and it can be intimidating when you first go in there, but when you break it down, the base's structure is most importantly, it's symmetrical, but it's also easy to understand. It's just a series of interconnected bridges which allow verticality in the base's design. So what you get in the end is a base where you can defend the hell out of it, because there's no way of getting in through the air, and the only way you can get in is through the ground, with the exception of a Banshee, of course. But it's not going to be that easy to get into the ground area, because as you can see, there are turrets positioned perfectly, one right next to the flag, pointing right out into the open space to shoot any vehicles that are coming in a clear line of sight. Now this turret could also pose problems to infantry, but as you can see there are two barricades in the middle of the field to give a little bit of breathing space, but if you're getting pinned down there's no way you're going to move up that field, because that's still a big gap before you get to that base. Now at the beginning of the game, the power play is going to be in the centre of the map, and the reason for that is that there is a Scorpion tank just sitting there waiting to be taken. Now a Scorpion tank on this map, which is really wide open and there's no cover, is lethal, because the shot on the Scorpion is dead fast, one shot kill every time, and it's going to be a strong vehicle on this map. This is the equivalent of a rocket launcher on a small map. Of course, the tank isn't going to be completely invulnerable. This is because as both attackers and defenders get a variety of vehicles to attack each other with, and weapons for that matter. For example, in Reach, the sniper rifle can easily take out a tank. Of course, it spends all its ammo doing it, but it can still take it out, and each side gets a sniper with 8 magazines in, I believe. Of course, that depends on the game type. And to top it off, both sides get a Banshee, so you can understand how a tank isn't going to be completely indestructible in this big carnage of a map. One worry you may be having is that because both sides get a sniper rifle, that there's going to be a massive back and forth of sniper fire across the map, because the bases are clearly in sight of each other. Now, the creator has done a very clever thing here. He's created a barrier in the centre of the map where the tank spawns, and what this allows is it stops any sniper fire being able to shoot anybody on the higher platforms of the enemy base. However, the snipers can still get shots on those that come slightly lower, almost on the front lines of the base to defend it. So you're not completely safe, but at the same time it stops the ability to spawn camp with the sniper rifle and generally cheapen the map. Now tucked away on the middle of the map is a shade turret. It's in a structure which is in the rocks, and it's got 2 entrances to it. Now the one entrance is slightly closer to the red team's base, however it also requires the red team to run along the mountain a little bit to reach it, whilst the blue team can spawn pretty close and get in the caves through cover. So I think it evens things out a bit. Now this position could be a very powerful one, because if you're playing Capture Flag and someone's trying to run the flag with a Warthog, this could very much be the last line of defence, because it's positioned perfectly to shoot any vehicles driving by. Of course, the fact it's a shade turret means it's going to be a little bit inaccurate and you might have to predict the shots, but it could be a very tactical, situational play to use rather than camping in it long term. Now I know what you're thinking, this map is a very vehicle orientated map, and you are right, but there's also some infantry love in there. At the top of each base are 2 teleporters. Now both teleporters go to the same location on the map. Now both locations that red and blue teleport to are close to the enemy base, within walking distance even. So this gives infantry an ability to put some effort into the fight. They spawn so close to the enemy base they can sneak in whilst everyone else is having enough big battles in the middle of the map. It's also interesting to note how both teleporters spawn very close to that shade turret mid camping spot where the Revenant is, and where that little structure into the mountain is built. So expect heavy infantry fights there, fighting over the middle of the map, which of course when you're in the middle of a map it's a very powerful position. Well, that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed. I've been Challenger. This map is amazing, I really recommend you download it. I can only imagine how fun it would be to play in a 16-player game of Big Team Battle. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, it helps me out a ton, it helps my channel grow, and if you want Halo goodness, then be sure to subscribe. Thanks a lot guys.